What up, Spider fans? Spider-Man Jamila, and we're back at it like a bad habit with another review. And again, in Rival, which is actually probably one of my favorite blasters that Rival has released, because it is a very well needed upgrade from the first Rival blaster that ever got released. That is the Nerf Rival Helios. I finally was able to pick one up at Goodwill, because I finally found one. I was legit thinking, I'm just going to order from eBay. Then the one day I go to Goodwill, I was like, I need to buy this. Well, anyway, guys, external overview starting up the front. Of course, no barrel attachment. This is a Rival blaster. Back behind, we do have the priming handle, and nice upgrade from the Apollo. You don't have to prime it up here. You actually get a nice tactical rail up here. But one nice thing is this is ambidextrous, so you could. I clearly don't remember how to put this in. You put it in on the left or the right side. Full ambi, bro. But of course, I prefer to put it on this side. And of course, to prime, you pull back and you let go. It's a nice little upgrade from. It's a nice little upgrade from the Apollo to where you have to prime, boom. But this you can. It's a very comfy system. And down below we have the jam door. This actually does have a jam door. And you get your fingers in there to clear and jams and malfunctions. I have not had jam with this, which I'm actually very happy about. Then down below you do have a safety that is right and left. Full ambi, bro. And of course down, can't pull the trigger, lift it up. There. And now down to the grip. A lot of people have said they really like the Helios grip compared to the Apollo, or some people really like the Apollo grip and hate the Helios grip. I like them both personally. I think this one definitely does feel a little bit better. It's definitely a unique feel and it's nice. And then, of course, down below, we do have a hole to put in a magazine. This is just a magazine from the Rival Pathfinder that you can get now at Walmart and Target. And even with a long mag, I still prefer this over a 7-rounder because you have a lot more ammo, and it actually looks pretty good, too. Yeah. And then back behind, we do have a button to release it. And what's cool is you can either use your offhand or use your actual hand to press the button. You can do it either way. I kind of like doing it like this because it's a unique system. You can use the meat of your hand, or if you're like really trying to be fast. And yeah, and then back behind, I believe this is an jamming button. So after you prime the blaster, you're not able to prime it again. Pressing this in, I believe, or pressing it down allows you to unlock that, which I believe. Every time you do this, I think you can shotgun load a Rival round. I think there's certain ones you can't, and certain ones you can. And back behind, we do have a priming indicator that turns orange when you prime it. A lot of people really do prefer this system because you can have a nice cheek rest, but you also have something to check. To check you're primed. With the Apollo, it's right in the back, so you'd have to. And then back behind, we do have a stock. Now, this is a really nice upgrade from the Apollo. The Apollo never really had a stock, so the fact that this one finally does, you can actually sit on it. You got a cheek rest where you can, and it's actually a really comfy area. But that is an external overview of the Helios. Now, let me show you this baby firing, because it's actually really good. Starting with just standard Rival rounds. Nailed it. Oh. I hope the camera got that. Nice little hum that you get from this too. Firing the Helios is, like I said, a fun experience because Josh really likes this experience, or WebWare JP, to where you prime back and it retracts. It's a really cool feature that a lot of Nerf blasters have. I believe the chrono average of this was 92, I believe. I can't fully remember because I don't have a chronograph. I wish I did. so I can feel like a real nerfer. But now, in my personal opinion, which is really positive, I really like the Helios. I've been wanting this blaster for a while because it's a very cool system. You just feel really cool just priming it back in a comfy fashion, and I really do like it. But is it worth buying now in 2022? No. The only reason why I say that, because I love this blaster and all, but there's no real reason to purchase one anymore, especially when you got things like the Percy's right up there, the Artemis right next to it. Down there, you have the Hades, you have stuff like the Saturn, you have a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like at this point, sadly, there's no reason to purchase, and especially when you got this one on the shelves, which is really just no real reason to purchase one anymore. That was a weird debate. But I still think that there would be a nice person that... Here's my thing. I personally think every Nerf blaster is war practical. You just gotta give it to the right person, and people can demolish with these. Like, I know one guy in the corridor crew, Nico, really loves his Helios. He loves going around and destroying people with it. What was that? Oh. Oh yeah. Doubling down your barrel. Ever. But for the right person, I can still see the Helios being a very well needed like blaster. Like, if they really want that kind of feel, then I'd still recommend the Helios. And for those, some still like to stick with the Apollo, but for those that are looking for a blaster that's either the Apollo or the Helios, get the Helios. It's a little bit of a better silhouette in my opinion. This one just looks more refined. You have a better stock, a better way to prime it, a little bit of a comfier grip, and a better feeling, because one of the things about the Apollo is it was so uncomfy to use, like in this kind of form, that you legit have to use it as a pistol. And it's one of the reasons why I always thought it was weird, because you have very little up here, but you have a giant area back here. At first this confused me, because I was like, why would you want that? But it actually, now that I got my hands on one, I actually do understand. It's actually a pretty comfy, easy to use blaster, and even with this you can still use it in pistol form, and no biggie with that. And especially the fact that you can put external magazines in here. And just to show you, I don't have any standard Rival mags, because this is before I was getting into Nerf. I still need to pick up some, but just so you could drop one, shove it in, prime. Now, a lot of people will say that the 12 rounder, they don't like it because it sticks out of the blaster too much. I personally think it sticks out well enough, because it's still a good blaster to because, well, it doesn't really run into anything, and I personally just love its feel. And also, if you were to go with any Rival mag, just stick with these. These are way better and way more useful, so just stick with these. Do not get a 7-rounder now, because you will get destroyed. 12 rounds is usually enough. In Nerf standards and Rival standards, that's rough, bro. But thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you can, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.